FSB guys think that I'm yelling at you. Got it? Got it. And barely said got it. Can you speak louder? No, great. Please introduce yourself. I am Marat Ismatovolevich. Date of birth? Your position, rank? KAMAZ truck driver. Rank sergeant. Rank sergeant. City of birth. Republic of Dagestan, city of Izbirbash. Izbirbash, Dagestan. What's your religion? Muslim. Muslim. Faith Islam. Yeah. Do you mind if I already showed you that someone reached out to me. Who's telling me something like this? Good afternoon. Yes, Vladimir, good afternoon. My name is Vitaly Borodin, head of the Federal Project on Security and Anti-Corruption Efforts. I recently saw a video of you interrogating our guys, POWs. One of those guys is coming to see me today, the one you interrogated. I wanted to ask you a few questions. Pick up the phone. It will be an interesting conversation. And he keeps texting. Read it. One question. Why do you hold our guys at gunpoint when recording videos? Or do you beat them first and then record? Did Zelensky give you such orders? How many times have you been beaten today? Not once. Yesterday? Not once. And the day before yesterday? No. How many times have you seen... How long have you been in captivity? 5 days.
Hello.
5 days. How many times have you seen armed guards where you've been
Hello,
held?
dear
Not once.
friends. Thank you for coming. I'm beginning my art, full moon. So thank you for coming back, and thank you so much. Thank you so much, for supporting. You're amazing. Thank you for the nation. So great. Thank you. I will work hard and I will create a lot of arts. And Robert and Azar, you too. Thank you so much for supporting, my dear friends. I want to create, and I'm watching a video of Risa Ukrainian. Really great. You know, the voice of Rick is so great. He has to make such work with great documentary film. Amazing.
You're in captivity and haven't seen armed guards? No? What weapons have you seen? Nothing. Nothing? But you just mentioned some before the interview. Well, I saw a machine gun. A machine gun. What kind? Degtyaryova. Degtyaryova. Where did you get it? The guards showed it to me. The guards showed it to you because you haven't seen one before and asked, right? Yes? Do you mind if we call this Vitaly guy? No? Thanks. So, we have a bit of a prep stage here. We need to keep the integrity of the experiment.
Hello, James. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's also by us, or it was. I have seen one. It was Blood Moon. Especially there are a lot of pictures from Kiev, like big blood moon, and also this. I think it's you described it lunar eclipse. Yeah, and also yeah, and in any case, I feel it's like by my stayed inside such changes. I don't know if you also are feeling these changes in the full moon and everything. It was really hard for for head a little bit. He so amazing, and he is Muslim. So interesting that Rick chose such that guy, and you know that now Ramadan, the divine feminine, yes, divine feminine. What is the divine feminine? It's interesting what Muslim will say about everything, but the Muslim or Christian, Russian, they think Russian. No, it's not work. It doesn't work. Like Muslim can be better now because even Muslim religion, it's fake Muslims in Russia. 1 second. I want to write divine feminine. What is it? The divine feminine. Oh, mm, yeah, me too. And also it's a very nervous time because of events too. In Ukraine it's every day blood moon. I'm joking, but it's not funny at all. Just it's like nervous. um, but a lot of I can mark it that in full moon or in such nature changes, it can be some early inside problem, something not just like, yeah, it can be tragedy, but it can be also tragedy with a lot of different shadows, and exactly such moments, they bring more shadows in your mind, more so you can find something bad in yourself, and especially in your reaction of something, and that is why um, you can have so you can fight with somebody because we have different opinion. It's really, I don't like such moments. Yeah, and exactly in this moment, we have to be peaceful because it's really easy to be peaceful when everybody love you and you have same opinion, but when somebody have another opinion, especially, yeah, I really want to be in such moments peaceful person. But no, when it's something about just life, really I can. But when it's about war and this reality of fighting, it really can be very very nervous situation when you try to um, defend something very important for you. And it was also in the time of the beginning of full scale war, it can be just like another opinion can be end of everything, of relationship even. It's really in the war. It's really you cannot be uh, on the both side. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. Opinion can stop matter. It's very very true. Oh, you know they exist. Therapy hero for Russians. Ran. Interesting. Hmm. Visit Ran. One second. I want just I have when I try to create full moon, um, I can see some symbols, and they're like, oh, if this is full moon, looks like this. Mm-hmm. Okay.
We'll film it. But why if I'm already recording? Hello.
Да, добрый.
Yeah, hi. Hi.
Oh
Меня зовут
my
Дмитрий.
god.
My name is Dmitry.
Wow, they exist. You're amazing. Wow. Thank you so much. Wish you good luck. Mm, God bless you, and I don't know, you're amazing. Oh, so everything is okay. Thank you for writing to me. It's really inspired me. Yeah, I make it really great. I listening really great. I like it how his voice sounds, and it's really like the commentary. I can imagine some big film with his voice.
I'm Vitaly. So tell me this. When you record our guys, why do you beat them first and then force them to give interviews? Vitaly, when did we switch to informal speech? I don't recall that happening. Oh, come on, I don't mind. You can address me informally, it's all good. When did we... Yeah, let the girl relax. You can take the full recording later, with video. It'll all be fine. She slipped up. Didn't work out. Anyway, let's talk about the guns. Look, some guys are coming to see me soon. They're in the hospital now, and our special officers are working with them. With the ones who were in the latest prisoner exchange. One of them, I personally handled his return. You guys were calling their relatives. Your colleague, your friend, called their families and made demands. I won't say exactly, but these people might get in trouble. You put them in a situation where you sit them down for an interview, take the interview, and then, when they get sent back, our service conducts investigations because of it. And one of the guys, well, his relatives say that first, excuse my language, you beat them the fuck up first, and then you set them down in front of the camera. I think that's wrong. I think that's wrong too, but for us to have a proper conversation, name this person. I won't name him for one reason, because right now there's an ongoing investigation into your video. Then may I tell you my... Here's a question. Why do you even do this? Explain to me. Why do you record them? Why? Can you think about it and answer for yourself? What's your theory? Why do you think we do this? What? What's your version? Why do you think we do this? No, I'm asking you. Why do you record them? That's the question. Why? Well, I have an answer to that question. Can you answer? Why should I? This isn't even a proper conversation, because you're saying someone got beaten the fuck up, but you won't say who. So you're saying that you sit our guys down, they willingly sit there, talk to you, tell you how someone took them somewhere, left them somewhere, threw them onto the front lines, and forced them to serve somewhere. So you think a normal person who voluntarily went into the army would say things like that? You think that's impossible? Did you notice? Look, I've just watched one of your videos, the ones with your detainees. Yeah. No one ever asks them leading questions. Look, let's do something cool, so you don't say that someone's getting beaten the fuck up, as you claim. Hello. Yeah, hi. Please introduce yourself. This will be a very interesting conversation. I think an FSB officer wants to talk to you. I am Marat Ismatovolevich. What's your name? I am Marat Ismatovolevich. 1994. Marat, tell me, are they beating you there? Are they using physical force against you? No. Are they treating you well there? Yes. Alright, we can take the camera off him now. No. No, 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 wait. Marat, tell Why didn't we record the interview with you yesterday?
It's what I understood from these people. They're lying. You know. Oh my God! I need to tell about this, Rick. There is a great video of conversation one journalist with prisoners, and she created exactly such interviews with a question. What is it? Evil. What does it mean for you to be good in person? A lot of different, such question with a sense, and she calls this video like a simple side of evil. How evil looks simple, and so she really make her searching and show a real face of this evil, and how this evil looks like small person, stupid or with different. It's really great if Rick will make up for this because it's amazing. Really, mm, she's speaking with these people in Ukrainian, and she said, if you don't understand me, I wrote all this question on the paper, and if you still will not understand me, somebody will translate for you in Russia. So she even didn't want to speak with them in Russia, and she spoke with them in Ukrainian, and really, you have to see it. You have to. Maybe sometimes she's not so silent, but in general she tried to be silent, and she tried to just to because they're very very you know how to say, they feel no sorry. And even one prisoner said that you are broke the rules of Geneva Convention because Ukrainian did something against Geneva Convention because they are speaking with me in Ukrainian. They have to speak with me in Russia. Or for example, they wrote the letter that Ukrainian are bad because they didn't give me vitamins or something like this, and Ukrainian after this begin to give them, so they really live normal life, so they can write a letter, they can ask for vitamins, for some fruits, or say you are not good enough because you're speaking with me in Ukrainian language. So she showed them ugly faces of small personalities. That exactly is the body of the evil. It's like when somebody said from Russian, oh, it's pure Russian nation, people are not guilty. No, it's like this evil has the body of this small part of these people that are so ignorant, stupid, mm, full of hate, full of stereotypes, full of chauvinistic mind. It's really Eric, yeah, absolutely.
Today. There was no internet. Yeah, because you bombed civilian cities and knocked out the internet everywhere. Marat, did you come here voluntarily to talk to me? Yes? Did someone force you? No. Why are you answering the way I need you to, instead of how he wants you to? How should I answer? How should you answer? Just answer truthfully, because right now you're telling the truth, but he doesn't like these answers. Listen, I'm talking to you, not to Marat. I want to talk to you. For example, ask him. You should ask him how many machine gunners did he see. You wrote a specific list of questions that you were interested in. Marat, how many machine gunners did you see? He knew that you would participate in the conversation. He knew it. Who, me? Yes, I knew. He knew. I told him. Yes, I asked him for permission. Do you mind if we call this Vitaly, who accuses us of some torture of prisoners of war? He said he didn't mind. Marat? Yep. Listen, why do you need this circus? Why do we need to put this guy, this boy here? Because look, why are you provoking us again? Look, because this is not a provocation, and this is not a circus. We will now continue to interview him. If you want to be present, my phone is charged, the internet has been fixed. You can spend 40 minutes, and you will hear how he answers the leading questions that... Well, we have interviews. You saw them, right? An hour and a half long. No one needs these interviews at all, absolutely. Well, okay. Do you think there is any reaction to your interviews? Well, no, and that's good. What's the problem? Well, this is a recording for yourself, as I understand it. An interview. I just want to talk to you, not to Marat. Marat, where are you from? Please tell me. Republic of Dagestan.
This Marat is more afraid of this FSB person. Really, me too. Really, is this person so disgusting and awful? So I would like to stay in Ukraine, in this Ukrainian prisons, and go back to Russia and meet this guy, FSB, in my life. Russian world, it's so disgusting. I'm so sorry for people who live under Russian occupation. It's so disgusting. Let's go.
The town of Izberbash. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Hold on. Walaikum assalam. It's okay, we're close, as they say, and everything will be fine. Don't worry. Inshallah. If there's an opportunity, tell your relatives, as they say. Now, in any case, they will see you there. If you want to say something, tell them. Well, brother, hang in there. We are next to you. Don't worry. In any case, you will be at home. It should not even be discussed. Inshallah. I suggest that you take part in the interview. Please spend 30 minutes of your time and take part. You can be silent, you can... Do you want to have a conversation yourself? Interview him by yourself. You understand? Look, I can see it is our guy, as they say. There are 10 of you there. Listen, let's do this. Imagine the following picture. We catch you, our soldiers catch you, and what will you say later? Let's say, imagine you and 10 people with you surrounded with cameras. With machine guns, blять. And what will you say? Vitaly. Imagine that you're sitting at the place of our guy. How would you behave? Vitaly, your turn. How many machine guns have you seen in the last 5 days? Marat. Vita. Excuse me, please. Marat. Not a single one. Not a single one. No. Why? No, he came by himself. He just walked down the street, blять, and came by himself. No. And says, I want to give an interview, right? Look, you are now in an interesting situation. You are given the exclusive opportunity to find out everything you want. I can leave the shot and you will talk to him. And you get a fork, a double situation. It will be ugly to refuse because no one will understand you because there is a recording, like how you didn't talk to one of your own. And secondly, it will be some kind of inconvenient truth probably. Marat, how did you get captured? Please tell this situation, this story. I was driving a KAMAZ. I was a driver. What region was it in? Luhansk region. Luhansk region. What day was it? The 24th. The 24th. Yes, tell me about your last day. 24th of October. October 24th in the morning I drove, refueled. I was driving back to the village where we were positioned. As a result, they stopped us at the checkpoint. We thought they were from PMC. It turned out that it was... At what checkpoint?
Checkpoint.
I don't remember the town, but how did you get there, or did you take a wrong turn? We went the right way. It turns out that this village was taken over in the morning. It changed in time. We left early in the morning from there, yes, and then, while we were fueled, while we did our business, in the afternoon this village was no longer ours. Well, as we were told. Why didn't they tell you on the radio? We didn't get there. No, I mean the village was no longer yours. You were supposed to receive a report on a new situation, and you were not supposed to go there. We didn't get to the village. We didn't know if there were or weren't our guys. They stopped us along the way. We thought they were our PMC guys. That's it. We say we are Russians, and they say, okay, our guys, and that's it. They started shooting at the KAMAZ. We laid down while I started getting off the KAMAZ to tell them that we are on one side, and he probably thought that I pulled out an assault rifle or something and started shooting at the KAMAZ. We laid on the floor. How many of you were there? 3. How many people were taken captive? 3. All 3 are here. Yes. We can make it even more interesting. I will now step out of the picture and you will talk to him. And then I will ask to bring the second and the third guy. They weren't interviewed yet, right? No. And we will find out whether he's telling the truth or not. And now you have such a double situation because I'm recording, the screen is recording, and you as a representative of Rashka should talk to him. I am stepping out of the picture. And then we will talk to you, if you don't mind.
Okay,
Marat, your mother called. We will call her back later. How is the attitude, brother, in general? Fine. Everything is fine. Keep your head up. Everything is fine. Don't worry. Everything will be fine anyway. As they say, we will do our best to bring you back home. Don't worry. We are with you and, as they say, we will support. Thank you very much. I will not ask you questions now about where are you from specifically because everything is recorded. I mean, from what district, village? He already named the town. This is one of the conditions. Look, just for him to get to the interview, it is a chance to be exchanged. And he understands this, so they come to us voluntarily. And let the girl not do this. I will send you a whole live recording from all the angles. Dmitry, take the phone, please. I want to talk to you. Look, it's wrong. We agreed that we would talk to you. We started talking. Look, we started talking, and you immediately began to accuse me that they are being tortured and beaten. I just know that this is not true. You would not believe me because you call... Listen, we have a different situation now. You are there, and the guys are there with you. Accordingly, I think that there are armed people next to you. It's 100%. These guys, Marat, are there armed people? No. Listen, let's... Look, let's do it like this. I'll show you where I am. There is definitely one person here, a guard. Of course, and there are other people who stand. Okay, let them stand. This is not the point. Why are you doing it? Explain it to me. Why are we doing what? An interview? Sure, these recordings of the guys. We are doing an interview because Marat is our enemy. Do you agree with this statement? Marat is an enemy? Well, he is an occupier. He came to the territory of Ukraine to kill our people. He came to kill Ukrainians. He traveled around Ukraine with an assault rifle. Am I saying something wrong here? Marat is a representative of the occupation troops. We are recording our enemy. According to Geneva Convention, we have every right to do so. He voluntarily agrees to record and publish this interview. I see, everything is clear. So what's wrong? Did you notice that we are recording and posting someone on social networks and asking to discredit your authorities, including your Zelensky and everyone else? What does our Zelensky and everyone else have to do with it? Do you know what the difference will be in these interviews? Our people, our defenders who are in your captivity, they are defenders who were at home, not attacking anyone. And you cannot accuse them or ask them something. I saw these selective cuts that were made with our prisoners of war. Do you think I haven't seen it? I saw. But this is not a live conversation. It is. You can see. I have a question for you. Why did you, in 2014, 15, 16, where were you when Donbass children were killed in DPR? Do you want to talk about the DPR? I'm asking you, why didn't you film it and talk about it? Watch a video on our channel called 8 Years of Donbass. That's what it's called, 8 years. On our channel. It also received a lot of views there, showing how Russia entered the territory of Donbass. Who was shelling, who was shooting. It's a documentary chronicle. It changed the perspective of many people who watched it. Their thoughts. Who's Motorola? Who's Strelkov? What's the Russian spraying? It's all laid out there. I don't want to get into a 1.5 hour discussion and debate that won't lead to anything. So you don't want to say anything about the children, right? Let's talk about the children. What children are we talking about? So you don't know that there's a monument and the children who were killed, an alley. That's what I'm talking about. And do you remember the theater in Mariupol, where the word children was written in large letters, and you fascists dropped a high explosive bomb there, and 300 people at once, children. I'm hearing something like this for the first time, honestly. You see, when something is inconvenient for you, you just don't hear it, and you need to figure it out. Should I send you a link? Go ahead, send it. I'll watch it for sure. I'll send it. Even interesting what you're... Look, the main topic of your questions to me is why prisoners of war give interviews under gunpoint and torture. Look, here's the question. Do you really think that our guys who are imprisoned there, obviously, at this moment, the guys sitting next to you will say whatever you want them to say. Listen, they would even confess to Kennedy's assassination too. Trust me, if tomorrow our military captures you... Hold on, the generator will... okay, internet. Okay, let's wait in silence. Would you confess to Kennedy's assassination? Marat. Could it have been you? Absolutely not. How come? I'm saying, give me non-stop. I'm saying your mother called. Once the internet is restored, you'll talk to her. That's the kind of interview you got. I don't know if it's cool or not, but everything's okay? Yes? Why is he lying? I don't know. Let's talk while we wait. wait for the connection to be restored. Let's discuss this topic. Is he lying? I don't know who this is. This man introduced himself as Vitaly Borodin. Here's his picture. Here he is. He says you're speaking to us at gunpoint. No, I came here voluntarily. Speak louder, please. I came voluntarily. Why did you come here? Why did you come here? Why do you need this? Let's respond to this Comrade Borodin. Relax. Want some water? Should I get you some water? No, thanks. To get on the list. To get on the list. Here we go. The connection is back. Hairstyle. He's not picking up. Getting on the list. We've said it 10 times already. The lists are made by the military responsible for them. And this interview helps them to see that you're alive and well and you can be taken back. Yeah. That's the purpose of these interviews. Why doesn't this person understand that? We don't get why he doesn't get it. Why can't he believe that you're not being held at gunpoint? Why is that so hard for him to believe? I don't know. Well, let's speculate. Why is that? Everyone has their own way of thinking. I don't know why he... Because that's how it works there for you. When he says you're being held at gunpoint, he's confirming that our guys are being held at gunpoint.
Yeah,
By claiming you were tortured, he's proven that our people are being tortured there too, right? Because in his head, there's no other possibility. He can't see any other option. That FSB comrade, or whatever his name is, Vitaly, isn't picking up. He's writing something.
Absolutely true.
When a person doesn't know there are other possibilities, they can only imagine one. You get what I'm saying? Yes. So he literally can't consider other versions, options, and that's not right. By making these claims, he's basically confirming that it's true. He can't even conceive of the idea that you actually came here voluntarily, that you're not being tortured in captivity. How many times have you been fed today? Have they fed you today? No? No? Why not? Not yet. Ah, not yet. Not yet. Well, he's writing something over there. Let's call York. She's already called 3 times.
Hello.
Yes, good day. My name is Dmitry. I'm a journalist from Ukraine. Your son is in captivity. He's right here with me. We were trying to interview him. We are interviewing him. Would you like to talk to him?
If possible.
Sure. I have to inform you that this conversation will be recorded and published. Are you okay with that?
I hope it's not going to cause any harm.
Not at all. I have to ask because we live in a country with laws. If a person doesn't want to be recorded and published, we can end this conversation.
What does my son say to that?
You will talk to him yourself if you want. Will you talk to him?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, talk to him.
Hi, son.
Hi. You agreed to recording and publishing, right?
Just, 2 seconds. Can I?
It's Mrs. Rick.
No, either you agree or you don't. Just 2 seconds doesn't
So
work.
amazing.
What does my son say to that? Will he talk to me? Does he give his consent?
He's been wanting to talk to you for 2 days, but there was no internet yesterday. Today he came again.
You see, I was told not to talk, so I have to be careful. Please understand me as well.
Who told you not to talk to your own son? How does that work?
No, I mean, the recording shouldn't be made, so it doesn't harm us. I hope you understand me, right?
I don't understand.
No?
I don't understand because this is your son. You are his mother. Is someone threatening you, saying that a conversation between a mother and her son could be harmful?
Yeah, they say that, yeah.
Is this normal?
I don't know. I'm stuck right now. I don't understand what can be done, what to do, how to.
Marat, I will ask a question on behalf of your mother. Will you talk to her? Well, if she doesn't want to, then no. You heard what he said. Say it louder. If she doesn't want to,
I want to talk.
then no.
I will talk to my son.
The conversation is being recorded and will be published. I'm in shock, in short.
Marat,
Yeah.
how are you doing? Everything's okay?
It's so disgusting. She is Muslim. She's not Russian. Disgusting mother. Disgusting.
Tell me, is there anything? Everything's okay?
Everything's fine.
Got it. Stay strong, Marat. What can we do now? Everything will be alright. We look.
Did you hang up? Well, she's calling back. Calm down. He will drink some water now because
He's a man, you know, he just can't. How are the conditions there? They aren't being oppressed, are they? Is everything okay?
yes, the conditions are normal. No one beats them, no one tortures them. They sleep in a dry room, they have a shower. They, unlike your soldiers, have a shower because your soldiers run for a month and can't find a place to wash. They got into captivity. They
Hear me out. I don't have yours, ours. All of them are children for me. Do you understand me? For
I
me.
understand. Can you look? Calm down. He's just look over there. There should be a water there.
Please calm him down. We will do everything. You know, we write letters. We do everything. I'm just afraid that my words will hurt. Tell me, will it be bad for us?
It won't. You're a mother. You can talk to your son. Our goal is for you to get in touch and see that he's alive and healthy, so that he can tell you in his own words if he is fed, beaten, or tortured. As he will speak, so it will be. I left on purpose. I wanted to smoke.
Why did he get upset?
Well, he has emotions, so... Have you calmed down? Yes. That's it. Come on, fire. Mom, don't worry. I'm fine.
Dmitri convinced me. He said, you know, we'll do it. We'll work on it. It's true that we found out about it late. Very late. It's a pity, of course, that it turned out like this. But what can we do, right? Keep your head up. I hope everything is fine there. I hope you're fine.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Keep your head up, Marik. I mean, what else is there to do? You had to pass all the challenges that were given to you by the Almighty. Keep your head up. We're here. We're with you. Look, Look how we're worried about you. They gave me the opportunity to talk to you, at least to see you, that you're alive and well. Do you understand? I love you.
I love you too.
I hope that we will see you soon.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, okay.
That's it.
I love you. See you soon.
Drink some water. Are you satisfied? Yes. Have you reached your goal? Yes, thank you. We went to this goal for 2 days and then they turned off the light. I am very interested to talk about this Vitaly, who is trying to prove that you are being tortured. Why do you all have such an opinion? I don't know. Let's go back a little. What military unit did you serve in? I would like to have at least not very chaotic interview with you, because this Vitalik doesn't answer the phone, and I would like to finish the conversation with him. What military unit did you serve in? In which city? 81, 989. It doesn't mean anything to me. What town is it? I asked. Voronezh region, Boguchary. Boguchary. Is this the place where there was a shooting at the training spot? No, this is not the place, right? No. The word is just familiar. Did you serve as a contract soldier? Yes. When did you sign the contract? In 2017. In 2017. How many people from the unit went to participate in the war? About 7 people. About 7. Were there any 200 or 300 of them? No. What is this unit doing? It's a separate unit, separate anti-tank division. You have a lot of tanks, right? No, we have a lot of tracked vehicles, MTLBs. Ah, anti-tank, yes. What do you do? Your division. We shoot missiles. Do you shoot missiles at the tanks? Yes. How many vehicles went to the war? 2 vehicles. And the rest? No. Is everything in its place? Yes. How many are there? A lot? Well, 10, 20, 50, 100, I don't know. So, 100 pieces? About half of them. Half of them went to war? No, about 50. 50 pieces? Yes. So there are another 50 in the military unit? No, a couple pieces left. There are about 50 left. 50 left. Is every vehicle on the go, all moving? Yes. Got it. So our military has something else to work at. How did you end up in Ukraine? Why were you sent here? We were sent on a KAMAZ. On a KAMAZ. When were you sent? On October 16th. On October 16th, and you were captured on 24th. Yes. So you kinda fought for 10 days. Yes. Is that a lot? As it turned out, that's enough. Were they preparing you to be... You were a driver. What did you bring from where and where? So it turned out like that. Food, warm blankets. You went to one base, loaded up, went back. But there were already hours, right? Yes. I see.
Yeah, amazing.
So
Amazing. They did a great job, really. Especially with mother. It's great.
10 days, you probably didn't see anything global. Or did you see the war as such? The slain? No. You didn't see them? No. You didn't get out of the car. Well, yeah. Who needs all this war? I don't know. Do you need it? No.
Yeah.
Вам не нужна.
You don't need it.
У вас вы ехали сюда за деньгами?
It turns out you came here for the money.
Сколько вам сказали? 200?
How much did they tell you? 200?
Рядовой сержантский.
You're a sergeant. You should have had about 220K. 2 paychecks plus combat pay. I don't know. I have never received a payment yet. How much did they tell you you're gonna get? I don't know. I didn't come for the money. I was told to go to transfer. I jumped in and went. No. When you were still in the unit. How much people receive? Yes. I can't say for sure. No need to be exact. About 200K. About 200K. So you came here for the money. To kill other people.
Убедите меня, что это было не так.
Convince me that it was not so.
Или вы ехали защищать
Or did you come to protect
детей Донбасса?
the children of Donbass, as Vitaly said? No, they gave me the test today. I see. For the money. The category is for the money. Because the one who does not want to go, he refuses and does not go. He breaks the contract and does not go. Or he finds a reason that allows him not to go. Do you agree? Yes. Well, yeah.
Так. Можете, если хотите, обратиться.
If you want, you can address your citizens.
Надо сюда идти.
Do they need to go here or not? Everyone has a head on their shoulders.
Идите, умирайте.
Go and die, says Marat, right? No. How? You just said that.
Я имею в виду, что каждый отвечает.
No, I mean that everyone is responsible for their own life. Some understand it early, some understand it late. Do you understand that you're lucky? Yes.
А что, какой еще был вариант?
What other option was there? A sad one. A sad one.
Выключать.
Turn it off.
Проблема в том, что...
The problem is that at the beginning of the interview, I asked Marat who is he by faith for a reason. He's a Muslim.
У них с...
They have a lot of problems with lies by faith. You can't lie.
Поэтому, товарищ Виталий...
Therefore, Comrade Vitaly, it turned out to be such a story.
Не знаю, может быть...
I don't know whether it is interesting or not. This interview turned out chaotic. It did not work out to talk about some high matters, but it turned out as it turned out. Turn it off. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, leave a comment under it, and share it. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I do multiple live streams every week on it with Ukrainian soldiers, volunteers, activists. Please also check the previous part, which is a previous dubbed interview with the Russian POW here. And you can also support my work by subscribing.
1 second, I just want to make this video. Okay, and then I will come back.
The problem is that at the beginning of the interview, I asked Marat who is he by faith for a reason. He's a Muslim.
У них с...
They have a lot of problems with lies by faith. You can't lie.
Поэтому, товарищ Виталий...
Therefore, Comrade Vitaly, it turned out to be such a story.
Не знаю, может быть...
I don't know whether it is interesting or not. This interview turned out chaotic. It did not work out to talk about some high matters, but it turned out as it turned out. Turn it off.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Please like this video, leave a comment under it, and
Okay.
share it. Also subscribe to my
Thank you,
channel
thank you,
if you
thank you.
haven't yet. I do
Hi.
multiple live streams every week on it with Ukrainian
I need to,
soldiers, volunteers,
to write
activists.
comment.
Please also check the previous part, which is a previous dubbed interview with the Russian POW here. And you can also support my work by subscribing to my base or Patreon in the description of the stream, or Donatello. There's a third option. Live long, prosper, and donate. Slava Ukraini!
How to say sin? Sin. Yeah, amazing work. Really. It's so disgusting, mother. I don't like it.
Коли важко їсти тільки корисне, креон.
It was absolutely awful to understand that she doesn't want to speak with him. And she speak with him like he's in another room, you know? Like she saw him yesterday and now he's somewhere near and she will see him tomorrow. Like, hello, everything is okay. I will do everything. You okay? Oh, everything is okay? Okay.
Of the Russian soldier in Ukrainian captivity, made by Ukrainian journalists Volodymyr Zolkin and Dmytro Karpenko. I want this kind of content be available to more people around the world. This is why I'm dubbing it into English. All rights belong to Zolkin, Karpenko, and their team. Please enjoy. +7 965. I only remember my son's phone number. How old is he? 21. I'm here because of him. Well, what do you mean because of him? I want...
Yeah, Nikki, like, you know, when really, because when you didn't see your son, when he's somewhere in prison, you know, it's hard, it's break my heart because our mother did everything to have connection with their children, and they could not find. And she doesn't love her son, and this is why her son is in the army. Because from the beginning, she doesn't love him. Because if she would love him, she would never first of all make with him to taught him to be soldier, because he's not Russian even.
He was told that he just served the conscription service. He was terrorized for 6 months by contracts. Signed the contract, and wait, 965, surname Volkov. I think it will be interesting. He has WhatsApp there, right? I hope so. If you show me the picture, I'll tell you for sure. I don't remember if it was 8579 or 7985. I have doubt about that. Yes. Well, he served, so what? Well, he served. Do you smoke? Yes. Well, he's still answering. Before the talk. Thank you very much. God, he won't go. How do you know? I told him not to come here. When I got here, I realized that this is not our war at all. Come on, you'd be the first to understand this. Where should he be now? Near Moscow, at home. Well, it's the same time in Moscow. Can I write him a message? Then he hasn't read it yet. I'm calling him. He could be pretending he didn't read it. Send a voice message then, for him to pick up. Andrei, this is Dad. Please pick up the phone. I'll try to call you back now. This is very important and urgent. At least messages are being delivered. Delivered. So, did you go instead of him? No, the situation was different. He was summoned in November, because on September 23rd, Oh, he read it.
They have absolutely not Russian faces.
He read it?
No,
Because he served...
not Russian. Slavic. So it could be Russian, but exactly Russian, a mix of different nations. So from the ancient time, and so small part of this region, like they have European region, but another part is many republics, but they a lot of native nation assimilated, and they call themselves Russian, but they looks absolutely not like Russian.
Near Ryazan and the railway troops. Since May, they have been forced for 6 months to sign the contract. Sign the contract, sign the contract. You'll tell me all of this later. We'll call you back in half an hour. Stay connected and with good internet. Thank you. So, and then it turned out that on September 23rd, when the mobilization was announced, don't tell me now, later, to not... It's not your war. They say it differently on TV. He replied, good. And what do they say on TV? Well, they say that mercenaries here are fighting against the Ukrainian people. I don't know. That's what they say. Have you seen mercenaries? No, not a single one. It was a shock for me. I was taken by completely Ukrainian guys. Not one. Not one. Not even the other. And by the way, they treated me pretty... They probably beat you up preemptively. Well, not really. I thought... Didn't they beat you up until you lost consciousness? There on the spot, no. But injury, smoke. Do you have an injury? No, God saved me, because... Do you believe in God? Of course. Why? Why? We have been taught since childhood by our parents, grandpa. So do you believe, or are you taught? I believe. Of course I believe that he exists. Yes, what happened to me, you can't call it anything but a miracle. Because I was under several shellings. First from the Ukrainian army, and nothing touched me. They were striking precisely at my dugout. I have nothing left of my backpack. Nothing at all. They were striking precisely at your backpack. No, the backpack that was lying in a dugout, well, wasn't a dugout. It was covered with a tarp. A hole that was covered with tarp and closed with branches. I managed to... Are you smoking or talking to me? I smoke.
Изучайте языки, смотря фильмы и сериалы. Во время просмотра вы можете...
For Russian language.
The hole covered with branches, so to speak. I was close to your position. I was... You'll tell me all this. I shouldn't tell you now. No. I just thought that... Well, I'll turn on the light in that thing. I'll turn on the microphone and hang it. messaging. Usually it takes longer, so as not to stop recording later. Good afternoon.
Wow, there is a new Ukrainian song to Donald Trump. Really? Oh my god, it's interesting. Yeah. Ukrainian really can, overthinking a lot of events, and I like the humor of Ukrainian. I have to watch this too.
Hello. How are you doing? It could have been much worse for us. Does it mean good or how? Well, then tell me what it could have been worse means and how it is now. Well, now I'm alive. It could have been worse. I should have probably died. Why die? It makes no sense at all. Please speak louder. Because of my own stupidity. Well, I don't even know how to explain it. I thought differently than it really is. Please introduce yourself. Volkov Vladislav Gennadievich. Date of birth, August 24th, 1978. 78. The city of your birth. The city of Nabережные Челны. Набережные Челны. Do you give your voluntary consent for recording and publishing of this conversation? Yes. You can refuse. Yes, I do. Why? Well, Why? Any action has... Well, I don't want my children to serve, that's it. Do you want to convey with this conversation to your children? Well, your son will watch this conversation because we have already written to him. Yes. Do you have anything to tell your son? I worry about him, of course. Got it. Have you seen the picture we have? Now I see. What is drawn there? Well, the military is drawn. Yes, our military on the Zmyiny island. And there is a Russian warship that demands our guys to surrender. Our military shows something and sends it to... We had it in all stops, written on all cards. There's an obscene word there. You give your consent, right? Yes. You are 44 years old. Yes, I am 44 years old. What did you do before? You're a conscript, right? Yes, I am a conscript, or a contract soldier. I'm a conscript. Conscript. What did you do before conscription? I was an electrical engineer. An electrical engineer. Cool. What did you do? I worked at a company that produced bath for galvanics. Bath for galvanics. In 3 words, can you tell me what it means? Because I...
Propaganda victim who loves Soviet Union, an interview with a Russian soldier proof.
Well, applying coatings and various metals. Anodizing, silvering, gold plating. Got it. Did you do equipment? I did automation. Automation. Did you work there for a long time? At this particular enterprise, almost a year. And before that, too, what's your specialty? My specialty is an engineer of the automatic control systems.
Ну, то есть
So you basically worked on a specialty. I worked on a specialty.
вы были обычным...
Were you an ordinary engineer or some kind of boss? No, well, an ordinary engineer. We have no division. Is it a large enterprise? Not large, about 40 people. Well, it's not small. Well, not big. I see. It was bigger.
Это в каком городе?
What city did you work in? Moscow region, Dmitrovsky district.
Это далеко?
Is it far from Moscow? About 50 kilometers. Well, that's in fact is a suburb. I see. You started to tell us how you're here instead of your son. How did you get the summons? And this incredible story that you're instead of your son. I took the summons at work myself. It was for a young man who had just turned 24. By coincidence, my son was...
Yeah.
serving in the army at that time. As a conscript, he started in November 2021. His service was supposed to end in late November 2022. It was supposed to end, but on September 23rd, they announced mobilization. For the past 6 months, they had been trying to get him to sign a contract while he was still doing his conscript service with the railway troops. I kept telling him not to sign any contracts and just finish his service. When the mobilization was announced, their commander said, I talked to my son. They were told it didn't matter. Whether you signed a contract or not, you were going to the army anyway. I decided that I couldn't let him go before me. I should go first. In the worst case, if I get killed, he would still have a chance. For some reason, that's the picture I had in my head.
Пойдете первым для чего?
Go first for what? I'll go first to... I thought from what I saw in the news that the territory of Ukraine was occupied by mercenaries. I don't know. Not the people of Ukraine, but the Arabs were fighting here with the Russian army, which is trying to liberate. It may sound stupid. Let's try to break down everything you just said. Arabs, let me repeat what I understood that it was naive. No, we'll get to this. Let's make sure I and the audience are on the same page. Did I get this right? When you went here, you thought Arabs and, you can't say that word, African Americans had taken over the people of Ukraine. Well, not just them, mercenaries, different mercenaries, foreigners, different mercenaries. They had taken over the people of Ukraine, yes, and you, the brave army, came to free the people of Ukraine. Well, it sounds silly now, but that's the truth. Did you get that from watching TV? Well, I might have watched too much, I don't know. What were you watching? I watched news from all the channels. From all your channels. Well, accordingly, yes. And they were all saying this stuff on your channels. Well, they talked about how everything was progressing bravely. It was tough, we were short of people. That the border is huge, the line of contact, so... What did decide your journey to... It's interesting that your son's conscription was ended in November. Yes. Where is he now? At home, thank God. Why wasn't he sent to fight? Thank God he wasn't. He wasn't sent yet, okay. Also, you mentioned that you went instead of the person who was supposed to get the summons. Well, like I said, it's like, was it God or what? The summons came right when these events were happening. I had to pass it to a young man. I took it and went to the draft board. But wasn't his information on the notice? It had to be filled in. How does it work? They brought blank draft notices to work and said, well, how many summons came to work? One. One? Yes. So only one person from the company had to go. Yes. Was the 20-year-old supposed to go? Well, yeah, why him? Or was it meant for him? Well, he served. That's what my boss told me. I don't know, honestly. And you volunteered to go instead of him? Yes, I took the summons, went to the military office, and, well, I actually thought they wouldn't take me because I'd never served. You had never served before? No, I'd never served. I'm not military. I have no connection to it at all. I just went to the military office, asked if I could go. They said no problem. They gave me an appointment for October 1st. For October 4th, I went to the military office on October 1st, and by October 4th, I was enlisted. They glued it into my military ID, which previously stated that I had never served. And, well, in which... Do you know if the person that you went instead of eventually went? I don't know. You don't know? No. What's your guess? I really don't know. I think he probably went later. They came for him again. That makes sense if he were a volunteer. But that wasn't the main thing. The main thing was that I went before my son. Before your son. Did you mention your son at the military office or anything? No, why would I? So it was possible. It was not just possible that you went and your son could still go. Well, I hoped that they wouldn't mobilize two people from the same family. Did someone tell you that? Or is it just your guess? Or did you read it somewhere? Honestly, I just thought that for some reason. Do you have a wife? Yes. Do you all live together? Yes. Do you have other children? Yes, a younger son. How old is he? 15. Well, 3 more years, but we'll win before then. So hopefully it won't come to him. It's such a confusing story for me, but...
He's lying.
For real, you went instead of someone else, even though you didn't have to, and it's completely my foolishness. I don't know. Let's go back to your
He's
propaganda.
lying.
What they tell you and how they tell it to you. This is the most interesting part for me. Propaganda? Well... I don't know if it's propaganda or what. It's just a picture I had in my head that we are one people. I grew up in the Soviet Union. I remember I have many Ukrainian friends I used to play soccer with. I always considered them my friends, my brothers, and never thought we could be at war with each other. So I formed a different picture. I have to interrupt you and ask a question. You said you have many friends here in Ukraine. No, in Ukraine. I studied with a guy from Luhansk in the institute. He's an absolutely reasonable person too. When did you last talk to him? In 2002 when we graduated from the institute. That's why I absolutely... And there's this, how to say, the law. We were told that there is a law that Russian language is banned in Ukraine. Is there such? I don't know if I should believe it. What language I am speaking to you in Russian? That's why I was surprised. What language do other people speak to you in? In Russian, many people speak Russian, even the majority. How do you imagine a law banning a language? Our constitution says, well, you can speak any language you want. I got this from the news. Okay, I don't. As I said, it's a picture that I formed in my head for some reason. I don't know why. That's it. I studied in institute with a guy from Luhansk. We haven't seen each other since 2002. He left. Have you tried any alternative sources of information? The internet? I use it, but not for that. For repairing electrical equipment. I don't have time for that. I'm kind of... The only time I get home in the evening, tired from work, I usually turn on some news channels. Among them, I don't know, 24th, I don't know, first channel, second news channel.
Liar.
What else have you been told that doesn't match what you've seen and heard here? What doesn't match? Or I was very lucky, or it really doesn't match. When I was captured, no one beat me. Moreover, I didn't expect to be kept alive.
Как это?
How so? Just like that. I really didn't expect it. I thought that was it. I was surrounded and there was no way out. You'll tell the story of how you got surrounded.
Я ж хочу.
I just want to close the topic of propaganda first.
Коли важко у компанії не з'їсти за компанію Креон. Їжа з любов'ю та легкістю. Насолоджуйтесь смаком 100% арабіки в капсулах Льор. Капсульна кавомашина.
I think he is not
Are
victim,
you a
he is
victim of
liar.
propaganda? Can we say that? Well, probably, to some extent. Look, there's also my naivety.
Смотрите. Есть
Naivety.
There's a story that was poured into your ears through TV.
телевизора.
Outdoor advertising, big boards, or billboards, I don't know the difference. Radio, newspapers.
Газет. Это есть средства массовой информации.
This is a mass media. If you say that you're a victim, well, I asked you, a victim of propaganda.
Тогда получается.
Then it turns out that you were deceived, right?
Правильно? Если то, что
If what they told you, well, or I wanted to be deceived, I don't know. That's another story, whether or not you wanted it. Probably, well, how else to call it? Naive stupidity. What can I... No, I can put it differently. You are not the first to say such things.
вы в ракушке.
You are in a shell. Well, yes, I created some little world for myself, I agree.
Вас все устраивает. Вот
And
вы
you're fine with that.
приходите
You go to work, you come back from work, you have time to watch Skabeva TV,
ТВ вот это,
different Solovyov shows,
шоу всякие там. Ну, вот
these
эти-
morons, basically, who shout from the blue screen.
Вас все устраивает. Вам
You're
рассказывают,
fine with
что вы
everything.
хорошо живете.
They tell you how well you live, another victory after victory. The whole world is against you, but you still stand. They tell you that, right? Yes.
Вам рассказывают, что здесь
They tell you that everyone is fighting here except the Ukrainians, and the Ukrainians are waiting for you to come and liberate them. Yes.
кто дает
Who gives these narratives? Let's dig a little deeper.
формирует повестку информационную.
Who shapes the information agenda in simpler terms? I don't know. I don't know.
Ну, наверное,
Well, probably the government, right?
то есть хорошо.
So someone must benefit from it. Well, possibly yes, possibly yes.
Ну, если бы я тоже как-то,
Well, if I were also not so,
ну,
how to say,
прямолинейно,
straightforward, yes. Let's not be straightforward.
можно было там с разных.
One could get information from various
Thank
sources
you,
somehow.
thank you.
No, well, this is a consequence of your stupidity. That any person, yes, well, I made a big mistake, which I regret, really regret. But on the other hand, if I hadn't made this mistake, maybe I would have let my son go here. Now I won't let him go under any circumstances. 100%.
Не знаю.
I don't know.
You know, Russian tried to show to the world that they are so good. They're victim. He tried to prevent going his son to the army. I'm so stupid. Oh my God, and I can imagine why European, American people like Russian culture so much, because they all feel sorry for these people. So like, it's deep inside of Russian vision, Russian world. Oh, thank you so much, Eric.
Prison is better than what was there.
С тюрьмой я
Even
бы
with prison,
тоже
I
сказал,
wouldn't,
что в тюрьме есть.
because there's this bald guy in prison. His last name is Prigozhin, and there are Wagner guys there. So if you get into prison, you would still end up in the army. Well, I don't know. You need to get a job somewhere
don't
where
know.
there's.
Ну, то есть вы
What do you mean? fights here. Here? Yes. So what are they doing here? Also fighting. I'm saying that getting into prison, you say better to go to prison. If you got into prison, they would create conditions for you in prison under which you would go to fight, only under the Wagner flag. Do you agree? Well, possibly. Well, possibly. Who did you vote for? For the president? For the current one? For Putin? Vladimir Vladimirovich? The Tsar. Okay, how many times have you voted for him? Every time? Yes. How long has he been ruling you? Since 2000. Is that normal? No, because the country itself was developing. I didn't know about foreign policy, all the nuances. Your country was developing. Well, personally, starting in 2000, when I couldn't get a job after university in my specialty, there was a fairly large gap, about 10 years.
He ended university. He's stupid or he's really liar because he believed that in Ukraine, Arabs and Americans, African Americans, occupied Ukraine. He's liar. I know.
Because the enterprise, let's say in my specialty, which I studied, didn't pay the kind of money you could live on. Since year 2000, when he came to power, as it seemed to me, well, it didn't seem. I actually saw it. At first, I got a job, then I had the opportunity. Wait, You were 20 years old in 2000. Well, I graduated from university in 2002 until the year 2000. So let's just, if we stick to the facts, you say that everything was bad before 2000, and from 2000 the president came, well, actually the little Tsar, and everything got better. Before 2002 you weren't interested in what was happening in the country because you were a student studying. Before that, school. I was starving, literally starving. How were you starving? There was nothing to buy food with. A loaf of bread for a day. Those were Yeltsin times, when the whole country was looted. I worked as a loader. I didn't have my own place to live. I rented. Well, I lived in the dormitory at that time, but... And your parents? My parents are divorced. My mom is seriously ill. She was always with me. And then the Tsar came and you got a job. Well, life became better and easier. Have you been abroad anywhere? I was in Egypt, in Turkey. Awesome. How do people live in Egypt, in Turkey? When were you in Egypt or Turkey? In 2014 I was in Egypt, in Turkey, I don't know, in 2018, recently. Well, around 2018, 2019. Who lives better, Turkey or Russia? Well, of course, Turkey lives better. Oh, well, yes. Stop. Oh, it's better in Turkey than in Egypt. No, we are not comparing Turkey and Egypt. We are comparing Turkey versus Russia, Egypt versus Russia. Well, in Turkey life, at least from the perspective of staying in hotels and so on, of course it's better. Well, in hotels, of course it's better. Why does Turkey produce less? Well, I mean, if we compare natural resources and everything else, how it is that Russia sells gas, oil, everything, natural resources to the whole world, but people live worse than others? Well, I wouldn't say I lived poorly. It's just my own stupidity. I have, like, my own house. Well, lived not badly and could live better are different things. Well, possibly. When there is something to compare it to, it was worse in the 90s, much worse.
He had a good life. This is why he joined army. logic to have money.
For me personally, I'm telling the truth, right? That's how it was in my life. That's why I'm saying the 90s were very difficult years for me. So when Putin appeared in the 2000s, it became better over time. Dubai in 1991, Dubai in 2012.
Як Фенікс, відроджений з попелу, невідвладний вогню та часу. Грінберген, бельгійська легенда.
Лаканамінка долає застуду, допомагає імунітету.
Well, and Moscow also transformed similarly, except for Moscow. Except for Moscow, well, I was born in Nabережные Челны. The city has also transformed, also in approximately the same proportions. Roads, bridges, Moscow 1991, oh, 1998, Moscow in 2015. And Dubai, a desert and a build-up city. Well, in any case, there is progress both there and here. I just know that from 1995 to 2004 in Moscow, it stood still as it was. Well, even I don't know until 2004, when did Lushkov leave? Nothing changed for the better. Everything was only getting worse. Why does a country that trades oil and gas have poor people? Do you agree that Russia is a poor country? Yes. Yes. Explain this phenomenon. The Tsar is good. With him, everything, well, it's clear he has yachts, ships, getting jig. Well, as I imagined this picture, we had a big debt. Starting there, I know that not so long ago we paid it off. What is it called? With the Americans. Not with the Americans. The debt from the World War II for Lend-Lease, yes? And then recently did we close it? We had a big debt. To the European Union, to the Germans. Well, I connected it with the fact that development was still happening economically. People see my reaction there. I believe. So you believe that now Russia should take a breath because it closed the debts from World War II? No, I'm just saying how I understand, but your thoughts must have been formed based on some data. So someone told you this, or you heard it somewhere. Well, of course, it's whole news. Do you want me to reveal a military secret to you? Did they give you a military secret as a serviceman? No. Why?
Lend-Lease.
Then I'll share it with you, with your permission. A military secret. Lend-Lease, which you are talking about, is a completely non-repayable story.
Yeah.
No one paid. America provided a lot of...
You know that we found old helicopters. It was under the land. So they did it in Ukraine to not pay for this. Just they broke or disappear. So it's like in Soviet time they don't want to. So if this Lend-Lease were full of destruction because of the war, you just cannot pay for this. So they just try to hide this. So it's absolutely lie. It's absolutely but they could believe in this. Really, they could believe in this very easy. They say you live in a bad life because Lend-Lease, because United States and European country want from you money.
Things. Starting from machines, tanks, and all armaments, food, canned goods, stew. For this, the Soviets did not pay. This is one of their conditions of the Lend-Lease. In the same way, we are now receiving weapons on a free basis. Only thanks to Lend-Lease, the Second World War was won. And how many global fronts were there? What is the difference between the Second World War and the Great Patriotic War? Between the Second World War and the Great Patriotic War. This is completely a history topic. What sort of completely...
Great Patriotic War.
Well, this is a topic. What is the Great Patriotic War? The Great Patriotic War is the years when the Soviet Union opposed fascist Germany. Right, since when and to what date? From June 22nd, 1941 to May 9th, 1945. Why did the Soviets begin to oppose? What did fascist Germany do? Well, they violated the Treaty on Non-Aggression. I don't know, and treacherously attacked. As far as I remember, it started with Brest. What is the Second World War? The Second World War began in 1939. Yes, what was there? Till 1946? No, it ended with the nuclear strikes on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, if I remember correctly, in 1946. What is the difference between the Second World War and the Great Patriotic War? Right, it began in 1939. I know about 1939. What happened? Well, Germany attacked
Poland.
the countries of the European Union. Yes, Poland and others. I don't remember the details. Yes, do you know that from 1939 to 1941 the Soviets were allies with Germany? Apparently it was a joint treaty. In addition to the treaty, there was also financing and rear support for fascist Germany. Cargoes of clothes, oil, metal were transported by wagons to Germany to make the tanks and all that stuff.
And grain. Our
They
grain.
were allies, and then
Like they sold grain that they took from Ukrainian that died from the hungry, died from the famine, and this grain also really help and support regime on Hitler to find the power.
they were divided Poland. There was a joint parade in Poland. I wasn't aware of this. Why don't they tell you this? I don't know. Because it's an inconvenient history, right? Maybe, yes? Okay, well, and you are saying that Russia was so poor and unhappy because it had a lot of debts after the war. And the country was dealing with all of that, paying the debts. And it was like, very soon a good life will begin for everyone. What do you mean a good life will begin? I'm telling you, I had enough money for a vacation. I had my own home. I had a simple car. I had a vegetable garden. What else could I ask for? I could go on vacation once a year. I didn't think I was poor. I'm not an oligarch, nothing like that, but I understand that you're not. Well, there were people who lived much worse than me. I draw conclusions from this. Why, in the country that trades oil and gas all over the world, are there people who are living below the poverty line? Should we look at the statistics? Maybe not everyone works the same. I don't know. Where do all these billions of dollars from oil and gas go? This is too deep. This isn't my topic for sure. Because this is a topic for oligarchs who are making profit. A lot of money was stolen in the 90s. I don't know how much money was taken abroad in the 90s. In the third quarter of 2022, the poverty line was 13,688 rubles.
Not
What
only
was your salary?
Putin
I had
takes his
70
money. I begin to be very, very angry. Because of such people died so great, our people, so great soldiers, musicians, singers, people that know history absolutely great, know everything great, and they died because of these stupid people that say that they have good life, but suddenly why he joins the army and it's a good life. He's not soldier. And he feels himself like he is so great and he has the right. Thank you so much, Eri. Good night. Night. Take care of yourself. Bye bye. Good night. Yeah. Absolutely right. Bye.
K rubles. You had a good salary. The number of people with the income below the poverty line in the third quarter of 2022 was, guess, how many millions of people?
Цитрамон Максі. Максі дія проти головного болю.
Well, it's hard to say. 15.3 million people, or 10% of the country's population. 10% of the country's population can't feed themselves. Well, maybe. Well, it is what your statistics department gives us. Russian statistics department provides information about the poverty line in the quarter of 2022. I know that many people drink. Why do they drink? Why do they drink? Yes. Why would they drink? Because they like it. For example, now in the army. Because once you drink, there are no problems. A poor man found some money for a bottle of boyaryshnik, got drunk, and there are no problems anymore until the next day. Not everyone. Probably. I don't know for sure. It's just the first time I hear such a theory that all the troubles are due to the fact that a lot of debts and country had to pay back. This is nonsense. No, I'm not talking specifically. This is just an example. There was an economical development in the country. What do you know if you're saying, well, the roads became better? It was a complete disaster. Your roads should be better than in any European country. Better than in Dubai. Well, this was enough for me, what was happening. I'm just surprised. A person went abroad. This is actually a rarity. Out of 500 or 600 people with whom we have already talked, only probably 10 people had been abroad. In Egypt, it's terrible there. There was a garbage dump right behind the hotel. In Egypt, yes, such a story. So, I like the sea, but this is not the place where I would like to live, for example. In short, Putin is a good president, Tsar. No, I don't want anything now. This war is not our war. No, we have to get to the bottom of this. No, I don't want to. What happened on February 24th, 2022? Please use the terms he used in relation to fascist Germany, which in 1941 treacherously... Well, probably, not probably, but definitely the Russian Federation. The armed forces of the Russian Federation treacherously crossed the border with Ukraine. Why did they do it? Well, I can't say for the whole country. No, you said that there were mercenaries and stuff. I don't know. It's not my business. This is... Who sent you here personally? Me personally, my stupidity. I could have avoided it. No, the fact that you, the D'Artagnan, went instead of receiving a summons. Okay, let's not take you personally. No, let's take you personally. Let's imagine that the summons was filled out and you were summoned. Let's remove the story that you went yourself. Who sent you here? Is there a person? So, I just want to... Let's think. The person who wanted you to run here with a rifle. Well, our government, right? Does this government have a face? Government? Well, the president of the Russian Federation. Tsar. Putin, commander-in-chief. Yes, why are you so afraid to say it? Putin has sent you here. Why are you... It's a fact. You don't even need to prove it. On February 23rd, he announced the so-called SWOR, your special military operation. You're the one who voted for him. How many times did you vote for him? 5 times? 4 times. 5 years each? For 20 years, you voted for him 4 times. Yes? So you entrusted him with the right to decide what to do with you, right? Right. He decided so. Correct? Well, it's a fact. I didn't make it up, right? Right. As a result, you were sent here by deception. In order for this deception to work, someone poured it into your ears. Propaganda. Through the media, right? They put a wrong picture in your head. It's a fact. You told it yourself. Well, I say it. Yes, I agree. Well, it is. Who pays the money? To the media, to your state, federal channels. I don't know. Your government pays to all those state dumps. Accordingly, the information policy set by the one who pays for the music chooses the music. Okay, well, maybe it's not my topic at all. If you ask me about, I want you to start thinking. I already... There is a connection. The president wanted to start a war. To create the right mood among the masses, they had to pour in a lot of random information for a long time. About some mercenaries, about some foreigners. Did you see any? No. About the oppression of the Russian language. They told you they're crucifying boys, putting people in jail for speaking Russian. I bet. I don't know, but 100% such stories would have been made. I'm sure they were made and shown to them, and they sat in the kitchens and, oh God, how oppressed they are. So, what's so good about your president then? I'm not saying anything. There are no perfect people. There aren't. Okay, the Chechen War, the first and the second. Georgia. I'm not a politician nor a historian, and it was a long time ago. So it turns out that your president is up to his elbow in blood. Every 5 years he starts some wars. Just the Chechen one was in 1995, and the second Chechen War also in 1998 as far as I remember. Nah, later. Well, yes. I have the internet. The second Chechen War was in, let's check now, in 1998. So it doesn't look like I'm lying here. 1993, 94, then 95, 96, and 98, something like that. Nope. After 2000, if someone got involved, then the second Chechen War. See? I'm not lying. The second Chechen War officially ended with a cancellation at midnight of April 16, 2009. I could already be a historian. Well, maybe. I don't. There was just a fighter here who fought in the Second Chechen War, killed Chechens, and he sat next to a Chechen. And he couldn't look him in the eye because the Chechen is now fighting on your side, the side of the killers and occupiers. And next to him is a GRU officer who killed Chechens. Something like that. It started on August 7, 1999. No, I'm reading something wrong. Anyway. Yes, from 1999 to 2009, the Second Chechen War. how did it end? Well, how did it end?
If you mean Russian, no, young generation can be much worse than old generation because they live all the life in the time of the Putin and they don't know about freedom at all, and they like Prigozhin more even the Putin, and you know Prigozhin is absolutely maniac and killer, and he's worse than Putin. So yeah,
The destruction of groups there on the territory. Doesn't this story seem similar to you? What groups? Chechens lived there. They tried. Do you even know the history of the Chechen War? Well, this is generally not my topic. I can't really. Got it. They are different because they consume information that will be useful. So they are easy to control. They, of course, do not pour inconvenient information. They don't say that Ichkeria wanted to become independent and Moscow didn't want that. So the war started the first time. Second time, they bribed the Kadyrov family, a clan, who fought on the side of the Russian Federation troops and killed their fellow Chechens. Villages were destroyed and everything else. And now Russia pays tribute to Chechnya. Are you aware? Well, maybe I don't. Well, if this is shown on the news, it will be inconvenient news. Okay, let's get back to your story. It's clear that you don't want to hear inconvenient history. No, why? I just don't know. I'm not an expert in this, that's all. Yes, this is why you... It's just a stupid situation I ended up in. Stupid for me. Why is it stupid? Well, for me, tell us how you... Where were you sent after mobilization? To Starica. That doesn't tell me anything. It's in the Tver region. There was... When did you enter Ukraine? I'll tell you now. December 15th. December 15th. When were you captured? I'll tell you now. February 16th. So you fought all of January and February. 2 months. Well, not really fought. I was mainly engaged in building those dugouts. Digging trenches. Logs, yes, mostly. I mean, Did you shoot there? No, I never shot. At all. You didn't shoot. How was the army supply? Supply? Everything there, I don't know, was really old. Old? No. If you want to tell me a secret, you won't. Was there enough food? Yes, the food was alright. I see. Tell me about your last day in the occupying army.
yeah, we need to say true in general more and create our reality to show this to the world in different way. Yeah, we have to fight. But for example, Russian can't do it. You know why people begin to to believe in propaganda? Because of same values. So they have same values and they like it. They want to believe in this because it's their world. So they like to steal something. They like to have violence, and so that is why they will join in this. So it's also about building of values, building of education, because if you live in the family without love, like this small young guy live, you will choose this hate. You will choose to be soldier of occupiers.
Well, I have to tell you about 2 days then. Tell me about 2 days. I was sent to reinforce the positions. Where was that? Near Krimina. To reinforce the positions of the second company. Which unit did you serve in? I was a signalman. What was it called correctly? The 4th Battalion, Signalman, 488th Regiment, 4th Battalion, Mortar Battery Management Division. Which brigade is this? We don't have a brigade. 488th Regiment, all mobilized. Understood. You arrived at the positions? I arrived. I was sent to the positions 2 days before capture. Yes, you arrived at the positions. How many of you were there? I was brought in at 5 in the morning. Early morning. It was dark. They brought 5 of us for reinforcement. They led us through an unfamiliar area to the farthest dugouts. And they said I should sit there and observe. There were 3 dugouts nearby. They told me that my place was in the farthest one, in the 3rd dugout. In the coolest one? The closest one to your positions. How far was it to our positions? It turned out later no more than 100 meters. So, and did you have a radio? No, no one had a radio, no one. And how were you supposed to? How many people were in your dugout? There were 7. When I was brought there were 7 of us in 3 dugouts. And when we were captured, there were 2 of us. 5 people left at 5 a.m. on that day. They left the positions at 5 a.m. And those who were in these dugouts, why didn't you leave? Well, I understood that they were going for a wash. They explained to me that I was going for reinforcement and that we would be rotated once every 5 days. And firstly, I didn't know that exactly 5 people. Moreover, I didn't even know them. In short, they all left. So for 3 dugouts, 3 trenches, there were 2 people left. 2 people for 3
Thank you
dugouts.
so
Yes, 2
much.
people. At the moment of
Thank
capture,
you.
yes. Did you have dry rations there? Honestly, they're not honestly. We're no.
Just I watch a lot of such videos, and I was going through all period of explanation of Russian war. So first time I just feel sorry, and after a lot of examples, I stopped to believe in the soul of these people, because they lost the soul, they lost human face. Thank you so much. RB Merge, hello, Martin, hello.
Field rations at all. What did you eat for 2 days? Well, what I took with me in my backpack. Oh, well, you had food. They weren't dry rations. They were canned goods. They left, and what happened next? If you didn't have a radio, how were you supposed to report that something... Well, a bit further from these 3 dugouts, there was another dugout that I saw. There were 3 people there. I understood that perhaps someone in these 3 dugouts had a radio. Perhaps, but I didn't see it. How were you instructed? I was instructed to observe for an hour. That's what we did for those 2 days. So they would wake me up on time. I would crawl out of this, well, how to say, it's hard to call it dugout. It was a hole covered with plastic and branches. Well, basically, that's what it was. A hole covered with plastic tent and branches. A protected thing. Not protected at all. Some kind of trolling. Yes. Well, you crawled out, and what did you do? Well, for an hour I watched the direction I was told to see if there was any movement. As I was explained, if there was any movement and I saw someone, I was supposed to shout to a fight command immediately and take the position.
A lot of great comments.
With the rifle ready. Were you prepared to fight? Not at all. I never shot. I never shot except for 15 rounds at the range. I never shot in my life.
Never shot.
15 rounds at the range and then this trench. Did you shoot from the trench? No, what's the point? I even, how to say, okay, let me not interrupt you. They left and what happened? The shelling began. It was the third shelling.
I want to call this paint. Yeah, nobody. They were all from somewhere driver or radio. No, no shooting. What I want to say, want to call them. Full moon. Heroes Courage.
In a row. Precisely at these three dugouts. The previous evening, it was exactly these dugouts that were shelled. I just managed to dig out there On the first day, I realized that when it hit like that, on the first day I was there, it hit very close. I realized that I would be covered with shrapnel in another hour or two, because there was forest around and the mortar fragments flying everywhere, chaotically. The tarp would not save me. I dug a hole in the ground like a funds barrow. A barrow, probably. The same dugout without throwing the sand out. Just that was down, not down, to the side. To the side. And when the shelling began, I just climbed into this niche.
I want to
The
write
day before, the
myself.
whole hole was shrapnel through. I can't call this a dugout. There were really no logs, nothing. I got it, yes. The whole hole was pierced. My backpack was completely pierced through with shrapnel from the mortar. And at that moment, I was just lying in the side branch, so... In the evening, I reported when there were still 7 people. In the neighboring 2 dugouts, by the way, there were blockages. In one row, in the other in 2 rows, in 2 rolls. So I said that if there would be one more such shelling, and I would, as they say, not survive, they said, you can move to the neighboring dugout tomorrow. Tomorrow, when it came in the morning, at about 7 o'clock in the morning, the artillery shelling began. I was still in my dugout. I did not know that those 5 people weren't there anymore. Did they leave without telling you anything? They did not say anything. They told the person who came with me. His call sign was... Proper. I remembered. Proper. Probably an ensign. Unlikely. He's a private. Just a call sign. So... And the artillery shelling began. And they were already hidden precisely. I don't know. It seemed to me that it was exploding just above my head. I was covered with sand in that niche. I barely got out of the sand that fell on me from above. So...
Коли важко їсти тільки корисне, Креон – їжа з любов'ю та легкістю.
It didn't last long. Then the shooting began. I realized that I had to somehow get out. My legs were cramped, everything fell apart. This niche was not big enough for the whole body, but for the half of the body and a bit deeper. My legs were badly pressed by sand below the pelvis. I could breathe, but I could not pull out the waist from that deep in it. I got it, and what? While I was getting out, I immediately realized that the offensive was already underway. There were machine gun bursts everywhere. I heard this proper ran up to me and he said, why don't you get out? I said, I'm blocked. Alive or not alive? He said, come on, get out urgently. We need to retreat. I managed to get out somehow, and I ran. I didn't even think about the rifle or anything. It just stayed buried there, because it was next to me. Yes. So, I got out. I didn't even know which direction to run. I asked this proper in which direction I should run. He said, run in the direction of, and indicated. There would be ours. But there was shooting from all sides. I saw that people were everywhere. We ran forward with him. He was a little ahead of me and I was a little behind. Not more than 70 meters. And right in front of my eyes, I ran following him step by step. The bullet went through his head. I saw the brains flew out. So. And he fell. I immediately collapsed next to him and already, how to say... I tried to bandage him up. He was breathing. But he had a bullet hole in his head. I don't want to show it on myself. The bullet went in from the back of his head and went out through the teeth, through the cheek. But he was breathing. He could not speak. Breathing. Eyes. The blood came out. And he could not get up. I asked him, can you get up? He said, swing his head like no. I understood that his cerebellum was hit or something. He made some movements with his hands. I understood, but they were unclear. He was doing some unclear movements. I took this thing out of his... I bandaged his head. From his first aid kit, there was this bandage. I bandaged his head, and then I just began to look around. It was just some kind of valley. Well, not a hole, nothing. I saw through the bushes that no more than 50 meters from me were Ukrainian soldiers. From behind, from the left, from the right, from all sides, I realized that even if I got up and ran, I would be immediately hit by this crossfire. Immediately. They were so close to us, but to run, the long-range firing point from where they were shooting in my direction, as far as I understand, this is exactly where we wanted to run. I don't know, our next position was not closer than in 150, 200 meters. In any case, I couldn't make it there. I decided that I would lie in this place. Maybe they wouldn't notice me, but this maybe didn't happen. How did they notice you? I don't know. I lay there for about 10 minutes. Our guys came up to you. Yes, I was lying. I didn't even have a gun with me. There was nothing on me. I put my hands aside because I saw them really close to me, 10, 15 meters. Did the proper move? Groan? Yes, it was hard for him to breathe. He coughed blood all the time from his mouth. It did leak. He only moved. He didn't talk. I don't think he would have survived. I also think he didn't. It went into the back of the head and came out through the cheek. Well, I'm not a medic, but I don't know. He couldn't move. Our guys came up to you, and what? They came up to me and asked if I had a grenade. They saw that I didn't have a weapon, that my arms were aside. I said that I didn't have any weapon or grenade or anything. They told me, turn over slowly. I turned over slowly. They came up to me. They calmly, so to speak, searched me. They saw that I was empty. Yes, I understand. And they told me to move to the dugout fast. And I'm telling you that no one touched me. I was surprised. Everyone spoke clear Russian. Well, they talked to me like that. Maybe there were some words between themselves, but I understood everything they were talking about. Of course you understand. You understand me, right? Yes, of course. Why? Because we speak Russian now. Can you speak Ukrainian? No. Now imagine we can speak two languages. I believe you. Is it a bonus or not? A bonus. Some people can speak several, 3 languages. I know 7 languages. How many do you know? 1. And even that one poorly. And even that one poorly? Maybe I... Should we write a dictation? Well, I can write it, of course. In fact, it's not even interesting what happened to you next. You were interrogated. You told about your positions. It's clear. Is it correct? I didn't tell anything about the positions. Why should I be interrogated?
It's a very long interview, so I didn't end this. My dear friends, this is the end of my broadcast. I will go to sleep because I should go for the rally so early today. Yeah, freedom for heroes, for every single one. Every single one. You inspired me to write this. Every single one. Thank you so much. Wow, it's so great idea. Wow. Thank you, my friend. You are great. Thank you. So, this is the end of my podcast. Thank you so much, dear friends, for watching. Freedom for all heroes, for all soldiers. And glory to Ukraine, glory to free world. And let's do it together. Let's fight. Don't give up. Bye-bye. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye, Ach. Bye, bye. Everybody, Nikki Hill, Pierre